My name is Shivani. I'm part of the Heroes for Change team. Congratulations on being part of the select 100 who were part of 1,000 applicants that we've received. I'm sure you're ecstatic and we are very excited to have you on board. Today, I'm going to play a bit of tag team between myself and your program managers. I will start off by giving you an overview of what the Unilever Sustainable Living Plan is, or USLP for short, and your respective program team members will give you an overview of what your program entails. Remember, please pay attention because at the end of the video, you're required to answer a few questions. The aim is that you get 70% right, and the reason for this is that you want to ensure that you have a thorough understanding of the program. So, what is the Unilever Sustainable Living Plan? So it was created 6 years ago with the aim of, in order for us to do well as a business, we needed to do good. There were 3 objectives set out. The first objective was improving health and well-being for more than 1 billion people. Under this ambition, there were 2 objectives: health and hygiene and improving nutrition. The second one was reducing the environment impact by half. This is really anchored in our supply chain and sourcing. The last one is enhancing the livelihoods of millions. If you look at these 3 goals, we have made huge strides. So please go online and check out our USLP plan to get an update. If we have to come closer to home, you would ask, how does the USLP plan address key issues from an African context? If you look at the numbers, they are quite astounding. Hygiene, for example, in sub-Sahara Africa, we have 780,000 children under the age of 5 that die from preventable diseases like pneumonia and diarrhea. If you look at trachoma, there are 18 million active cases of trachoma in Africa. This means there are 18 million cases of preventable blindness. If you come closer to home, nutrition, if we look at the angle of nutrition, in Kenya specifically, 9 out of 10 children from poor households fail to complete basic education. This means that their long-term earning potential is ultimately impacted and they stay in this poverty cycle. So these stats are astounding, as you can imagine. If you look at our brands and the programs, I'll give you a quick snapshot of what they do and what they aim to achieve. Lifebuoy has 3 programs. The first program is School of 5, where we teach children the importance of hand washing in the 5 key occasions. This is taught to primary school going kids. The second program is the Sight Savers program, which aims to teach children hand and face washing. This program is deployed in trachoma endemic counties in Kenya. The last program is a New Mothers program in partnership with Amref Health Africa and UNFPA. This teaches new mums the importance of hand washing before touching your baby. There are 5 critical occasions that we teach mom to wash her hands prior. The second program is headed by our brand called Blue Band. Blue Band aims to teach children the importance of a daily nutritious breakfast. Our last program is done by Pepsodent, and Pepsodent is an oral hygiene program where it teaches children the importance of good oral hygiene by practicing brushing twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. So this is an overview of all the 3 brands and the 5 programs that we deliver. Each of these programs have one program champion who will reach out to you via WhatsApp. So please accept the WhatsApp group request. And I urge you again, please pay attention. So what is Heroes for Change? Heroes for Change is a volunteer program where we train college students on one of our social mission programs. We realize as Unilever and partners that we cannot deliver change on our own. We need to bring as many people into this. As the saying goes, more hands make light work. I'm going to start off by giving you an overview of Lifebuoy. Lifebuoy's social mission is to change the hygiene behavior of 100 million people by 2020. If you look at the brand ethos, it was created in 1890 and it was anchored in hygiene. There was a cholera outbreak back then, and that's when William Lever actually created Lifebuoy. So it's a brand with huge heritage. So this video that you're about to watch is called the Sherry video. It was shot here in Kenya, Migori. Please have a look at it. It gives you a good context of the ambition we have, and it really personalizes the story of a mum, a new mum about to have her child.
What you're about to see is not an advertisement. This is a life-saving message that every Kenyan needs to see, which could save the lives of millions of children. Please, please watch this film for all of Kenya's children.
Hapa kwetu watoto wanateseka sana, kufa ni rahisi, kwanza kama ni watoto.
Sasa unaonaje, kijana au msichana?
Ningependa msichana.
Umefikiria jina?
Ni Sheri. Nitampikia viazi tamu na uji kila siku na nimpeleke shule.
Wanaleta watoto kanisani waombewe,
wengine hata wanapeleka kwa watoto kwa waganga,
lakini wanasahau kitu ya muhimu kabisa, tabia nzuri za usafi.
Mimi nimeshindwa, hawanisikii. I wonder, watasikiza nani?
Wamama wanapenda kufanya chama yao hapa.
Hey, Eunice!
Kaeni. Mami, ona dadi ananipea viazi tamu na uji. Mami, haunijui ni mimi, Sheri wako. Ana, viazi ulininunulia zinawaka. Na umenichana nywele smart, si kama yako. Mami, umeshangaa, nimekuja kutoka the future kukuambia asante. Na nitapika cha ukweli baada ya miezi miwili kama mtoto. Na nikifikisha miaka 7, hivi ndio nitakuwa mrefu. Asante kwa kupika chakula tamu. Asante kwa kunipeleka shule. Na asante sana kwa kuosha mikono yako na sabuni. Nikiwa mdogo ulikuwa ukiosha mikono yako kila saa. Ndio maana sikugonjeka kabla sijafikisha siku 28. Ni mimi wako Sheri.
Nitafanya kila kitu chenye Sheri wangu amenifunza.
Thank you for watching that video. I hope it has helped you contextualize our program. My suggestion is that you print out the copy of your program and listen to the video simultaneously. It will give you good reading material as you're listening to the video. If you need any help throughout the course, please reach out to myself or either one of the team members. We all are part of this Facebook group. There's also your WhatsApp groups to reach out to your individual team members and your program manager. We're all here to make your journey being a hero easier, so please reach out if you need help. And thank you. We'll see you on the 5th of June.
Hi everyone, my name is David Neo. I work with Amref Health Africa, currently under the Lifebuoy Neonatal program. This is a program that is rolled out in 2016 through a partnership between the county government of Migori, the national government, Amref Health Africa and UNFPA. This is to promote health and hygiene, high impact interventions among our mothers and the newborns. A behavior change program was rolled out and to promote and rather motivate our mothers to be and the newborns to ensure that they practice the hand washing behavior. This is also coupled with key targeted messages, of which I need to give you a flow of how we actually do it. So in the flow of activities, we have of course we have greetings to the mother, we have the education flip chart, we have the glow jam demonstration kit, and also up through that we'll also see how we normally do our pledges. Through this, a behavior change program is rolled out to motivate our mothers to be and the newborns to practice hand washing behavior among the 5 key occasions, which I'll give much more details later. And through this, we've had trainings and messagings that was done at our community health work volunteers, where we coupled up with family planning, NCH, and skill delivery at the clinics. We've been able to carry out the activities in through our house of visits and the dialogue days and community mobilizations. So I'll give you a breakdown of how normally we do our community house of visits. First of all, we start with greetings to the family and of course the target mother of whom we are visiting on that day. And then secondly, we'll have education via our flip chart story. Then thirdly, we'll have our glow jam demonstration kit demonstrated to show how our hands are not genuinely clean, though from our eyes it shows that they're clean. Then through that also we'll have an interaction quiz to get to know whether the mothers learned or not, and then from there we'll carry out our last pledge to show commitment and effort towards taking the behavior of hand washing. I would like to take you through the key messages that we normally promote under the neonatal program. One of the very most important key message is that we have to prove, and we do promote, that visibly clean is not genuinely clean. As to our eyes, we look at our hands and say they're clean, but in real sense they're not clean unless washed with water and soap. The second message that we do promote is that and through that, of course, you'll realize that washing our hands with soap has proven to prevent so many diseases within our neonates and even our mothers. And there are also other 5 key occasions in which we do promote to ensure that our hands are washed. One of the very most important key occasions is we ensure that our mothers should ensure that they wash their hands before touching the baby. 2, they need to ensure they wash their hands after changing the baby's nappies. And the third one, we need to ensure that they wash their hands after coughing or sneezing. They also need to ensure that they wash their hands before and after eating. And the last one, they need to ensure that they wash their hands after visiting the toilet. Those are the 5 key occasions in which we do promote for our mothers to always practice the hand washing hygiene. The very last and very most important message is we do tell our mothers or we do promote among our mothers that they should visit the health facilities 4 times for their antenatal care, and also to ensure that they have their birth preparedness plan and ensure that they have for the skill delivery at the clinics when their time for birth actually comes. We have, as I've said, we have 2 mothers, Mary and Anne and Carol, who have given birth to baby Mary and Peter. So Peter and Mary are playing next to each other, and Mary is always smiling with Peter. On the other hand, Peter looks irritated and unwell. Both of them are talking to each other in their own language. Their mothers, and Carol and Anne, are amused to see their kids talking. Carol, very happy, says, "I hope they become good friends like us." And yes, says Anne. Unlike Carol, Anne seemed sad and lost. Carol notices this and asks Anne, "You look sad. Is there something troubling you?" Anne confesses, "Yes, Carol. Peter hasn't been feeling well. He often suffers from cold, and it hurts me to see his nose run and to see him sneeze. I ensure that Peter is always wrapped up in warm clothes and is fed well. Still, he falls sick so frequently. Anne goes to pick Peter to feed him. Carol interrupts. Just one thing, Anne. I know you must be doing your best, but do you ensure that you wash your hands with soap before touching the child? Anne, a little puzzled, says, what are you saying, Carol? Why should I wash my hands with soap before touching the baby? My hands are clean. Carol explains, Anne, your hands looks clean, but they are actually not clean. They have invisible germs that might make your baby sick. Remember the doctor taught us at the health clinic? Yes, here comes a flashback at the health clinic where the doctor addresses the women in a room, telling them that a good mother should always wash her hands with soap before touching her baby. She should only touch the baby after washing her hands with soap to keep the baby protected from infections. This is because On the next, the doctor continues, our hands contain germs which are not invisible to the naked eye. On that, the doctor is trying to demonstrate that we have germs on our hands if we don't wash them with soap and running water. Through a special UV light, glow germ torch, he shows that Carol's clean-looking hands actually had germs. The doctor continues, when you touch the baby without washing your hands with soap, the germs from the hands enter the baby's body, which makes them sick. Anne, a little shocked, says, I didn't know that me not washing my hands with soap was related to Peter falling sick. I will ensure that I wash my hands with soap before touching him, and I want to be a good mom, and nothing more is more important to me than Peter's health. From now onwards, I will form a habit to wash my hands with soap before touching Peter. Anne continues, but Carol, this also means that everyone who touches my baby should wash their hands with soap, including my husband, children, and the rest of the family and visitors. Carol is very happy with Anne's answer. Very good, Anne. Always ensure that you make everyone wash their hands with soap before touching the baby. But this is very difficult to make other people aware of this. And how will I do it? Anne confidently says, I have a plan. Leave it to me. I will ensure everyone washes their hands before touching Peter. So what do you think Anne does to make this habit a practice in her house? Let's take on how to wash our hands with soap. Now, in normal instances, you realize people don't know how to wash their hands. And it's important, and that's why I want to show you how to wash your hands with soap. One of the very key steps, once you start by soaking your hands, wet your hands on a water, just water alone, you wet your hands. After that, you rub soap on your hands until it forms. Then from there, you rub your palm to palm, then in between the fingers, then at the back of the fingers, then you ensure that you remove under your fingernails, dirt under your fingernails, then ensure that you wash your wrists and the thumbs, yes. Then after that, you ensure that you rinse your hand with clean running water. Through that, after that, then you can air dry if you cannot afford serviettes to like dry up your hands. Yeah, those are the 6 key steps to ensuring that your hand is clean when you wash with soap. Okay. So you realize that Seeing Peter continuously crying and Anne goes to pick her up to feed him, what mistake did you realize? Through this you realize that Anne didn't wash her hands with soap. What are the 5 key occasions for hand washing? You remember? One of the first key occasions is ensure that you wash your hands after visiting the toilet. 2, ensure that you wash your hands after eating or before eating. Then 3, ensure you wash your hands after coughing or sneezing. 4, ensure you wash your hands before touching the baby. And 5th, ensure you wash your hands before touching the umbilical cord of the baby. Yes. What is the proper way of hand washing? And just as I've shown you, you realize there's a procedure for hand washing. And starting with the first most thing is ensure that you soak your hands on water. After soaking your hands, then you take soap and create foam. Yes, rub it on your palm, create foam. Once after that, ensure that you rub your palm to palm. After that, let us in between the fingers. Then you do the back of the fingers. Then after that, you ensure that you remove under your fingernails. Ensure you move. After that, you ensure that you rub your thumbs and the wrist. Then immediately after that, you rinse your hands in a clean running water, then air dry it or use a serviette to dry up your hands. Then you will have very clean hands. So what does the doctor advise for the new moms at the health camp? The doctor says that our hands contain invisible germs that can enter the baby and make them sick. So finally, once we've washed our hands, we do normally take our pledge to ensure our commitment and efforts towards ensuring that we wash our hands, take up the behavior as a practice. So for the mother, we're starting the pledge. Before touching the baby, I will always wash my hands with soap and running water. Then we do congratulate the mother and ensure that we encourage them to take up, to be role models to the society, and also try to influence the other mothers to take up the behavior and tell everyone to follow the same. I would like to finalize, and the reason as to why we are doing this program is because you realize that a baby, within the 28 days of a baby, the babies tend to be very susceptible to infections, and this has led to we've lost many kids and neonates through this. And as to this, we are focusing on our mothers at those who are at their 9th period of their pregnancy, and also those with kids up to 18 months. This is the period unto which, if we focus these mothers with the key messages as I'd said, then they're able to make or help our child's reach 5 within our promotion or campaign. How can we get these mothers, or where can we get these mothers? One of the very most important places is the community dialogue or barazas that we get for a very massive mobilizations. We can also reach them through churches. We can also reach them through the schools, the neighbors, the families around us where we live. We also have community centers. We also have the institutions as to where these mamas are. And also you realize we have the chamas where normally they meet, or even the associations where they meet for their own discussions and their own livelihood, enhancing their livelihoods. And lastly, you also realize that there are those that goes at work, and even in social groups, we can also meet our moms through those. So kindly let us walk out there and meet our moms to help our children reach 5.